Welcome to Cool Breeze Over the Mountains, a podcast where we chronologically step through and discuss each film starring Keanu Reeves. My name is Andrew Gormley, and I am one of your hosts. I am joined on this episode by my co-hosts. I don't have a witty intro for either of you. This is just a Q&A to start off. I didn't think about anything. I'm realizing this now. It's great, though. It's just a pre-show Q&A. We're rocking it out.
It's great.
It's Whitney Nelson.
We're just doing some Q's and answering some A's.
Right. And obviously Evan Wells is also here, so it's amazing.
Womp womp.
He womp-womped himself. The whole crew is here.
He did it himself. No one here did it. It's on record.
How dare.
I don't know. It sounded like Andrew.
I don't think so. Well, okay. So last week, we took a week off. Whitney, how are you feeling?
I was very ill. I'm better now.
You've recovered. You've recuperated. You sound great.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't sound bad. It was not a cold. It was definitely flu. So it was like I had a fever for 3 days and achy everywhere and that kind of
Yeesh.
stuff. Luckily, my voice was never affected.
Awesome. Okay.
I cannot handle listening to people who are sick in podcasts, even people that I love, even podcasts that I never miss one, because it makes me feel like I'm getting ear cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, I could definitely get behind that. Right. No good. How much of your recovery are you chalking up to Untitled Goose Game?
70%.
Wow. Remarkable. Okay, great.
Yes.
You're enjoying it.
It's a charming game. It's totally different because it's more, I don't know, argumentative. But it's exactly like Stardew Valley in that it is a great game for things like when you're recuperating or when you just want to meditate, but you can't meditate because you have ADD.
Yeah.
That's the kind of game that I love when it's just like, I want to play for 45 minutes and turn my brain off. But the only thing that'll turn my brain off is participating in something in some way, just sitting there and won't do it. So the Goose Game is just, it's exactly like Stardew Valley in that way. And I am obsessed with that game, guys.
It's real good. Honk. It's real
problematic little goose. I love him so much. I like the way his feet slap on the pavement.
It's very good.
I have no idea what's being discussed right now.
So, Evan, there's a game. And it is literally,
and it's got a goose.
Literally called Untitled Goose Game.
And he goes around and causes mayhem. All the mayhem a goose can cause.
That's essentially it. Imagine if the Joker were a goose. And that's what you're doing.
I'm not going to do that.
Not the current, like the Heath Ledger's
Except for the goose
Joker.
isn't an incel.
Right, yeah. I was thinking Heath Ledger's Joker and not the current Joker, which I have yet to see.
That changes everything.
Right. So imagine if the goose was Heath Ledger's Joker, Dark Knight. Now we're cooking.
Yeah, maybe.
Agent of Chaos. That's all I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you ready to answer some questions? We got some good ones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Love it.
So far, none of this has anything to do with
with Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves at all.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. I mean, Epic Game Store is where John Wick Hex is
coming
available.
Yeah, coming soon to a Cool Breeze pod episode near you. Somewhere.
As soon as Whitney buys the game.
We got to play it. I don't know how long it is. Hopefully not very long. Who has the time? But we'll get there.
We'll get there. And we will tell you all about it.
We're coming for you almost better than Silent. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
No,
Whoa,
that's true.
whoa.
Great way to grow your audience.
Yeah, we're coming for you. We'll create a miniature fake war. It'll be great.
I haven't been on Almost Better Than Silence in a while either because I was sick.
Well, there you go.
Also, we missed a week of Historical Hotties. All my podcasts are falling apart because I was sick.
Well, let's kick things off in a good way, though. So,
yeah, we're back. I'm here.
We solicited all of you to just either email us or tweet us or ask us in real life questions that you had about Keanu Reeves or what we're doing here or any of this great stuff. And you all showed up in a big way. So we're going to take maybe 20 minutes more to just run through some of these, give you credit where credit is due. So I think it's going to be pretty amazing. So I won't go through all the rigmarole. Let's just get into these questions. And then when we get into episode proper, we'll probably end up starting theme song again and all this stuff. So here we go. Let's kick it off with James at Unabashed James on Twitter. He asked us, what movie do you think would have been improved with Keanu in it? And
there's a caveat.
Yeah, the caveat is you can't say Keanu would improve any movie.
Ah, damn.
So
hate caveats.
yeah,
Improved with Keanu in it.
we've had these questions, and I mean, I didn't prepare really, truly. But I'm
No,
curious.
what's preparation?
I prepared even less because Andrew saw these questions before today, and I saw
Right.
them
I gathered
when we hit
them.
record. I was like, "Oh, questions."
Excellent.
I still haven't
Excellent
seen them.
questions. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Actually, Evan's not even in our doc right now.
He's not even in the document.
It's
so
actually
Evan
true.
doesn't know any of the
True
questions.
stories right here. True stories.
We're running the gamut. Better, made better,
I
made
can
better.
kick this off with an idea that I had. Right.
Mhm.
I thought about the way I approach this, and really with any kind of. We have a couple other acting or casting related questions about Keanu. You know.
Mhm.
So the way I approach this kind of question is like, I think about a director that I love, and then I think about all the movies that director has done, and then where might Keanu fit into these. So
Mhm.
if you'll bear with me on this one, I'm thinking maybe like Inception would be a good spot for Keanu from Chris Nolan. Maybe in the role that like Tom Hardy had, and not taking away anything from Tom Hardy, he was great in that movie, or potentially the role that Joseph Gordon-Levitt had. I think he would work well in either of those roles. Not necessarily the Leonardo DiCaprio thing going on, but maybe either one of those.
Mhm. Mhm. I have a couple ideas. One is Sneakers.
Sneakers.
I think he would have added a very interesting dynamic to that group. He would have been pretty young, but
All
not
right.
super young. That came out in 92. And I think he would have added an interesting dynamic to that group because there were not really, other than Whistler, who was blind, there wasn't really like a straight man of the group.
Okay.
You know? Robert Redford even wasn't really the straight man of the group because he was kind of all over the place for Robert Redford. So I think that would have been interesting. And then I also thought of I lost it. My dad started calling me and I saw that on my phone and then completely lost the second movie.
Nice.
God damn it.
Um,
No, it's okay.
Hang on. I had a really good one. What was the other one that I had?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think it would have made a really good what's his name? Hawkeye in the Avengers. I think it would have been way better than Renner as Hawkeye.
Oh, wow.
Hawkeye.
That's a claim.
Okay. You actually
Well, Jeremy Renner
answered
is
a later
garbage.
question, but
Wow. That went in.
all right,
We're there.
We're there.
We have arrived.
It's live. It's already on the internet. It's like we can't take it back now. It's like
That
trying.
doesn't scare me at all.
I mean, hey,
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to. That's...
I'll fight Jeremy Renner and every one of his stupid fans.
Oh, man. But there's
Oh.
something you got to keep in mind there, Whitney, and that you don't give Keanu any appreciation for, is that there is an important love story that Hawkeye has to kind of carry out in the Avengers.
Is there?
I mean, it's kind of surface, so maybe it would work, but I don't know. Yeah, I think there is.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can get behind that.
It's certainly
Also,
not. They don't
after
really.
Always Be My Maybe, I want to see him in more adversarial roles. I feel like we haven't
Yeah.
seen him too much be the bad guy, and he was so funny as the like foil to the lead. I would like to see him in something a little bit more like, I don't know, like a college movie where he plays like the dick.
So maybe like
Oh
the
yeah.
Bradley Cooper role in Wedding Crashers, something like that, maybe.
Yeah,
All right.
something like that.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm,
I
mhm.
think he would be funny in one of those kinds of roles because he did so good in Always Be My Maybe.
Step Brothers reboot with
There you go.
Keanu Reeves
Nailed it.
in one. Maybe just keep. I mean, you can't actually replace either one of those, so he would have to. Maybe he could be the Adam Scott character from Step Brothers or something like
The
that.
brother.
I actually think their vibe is so different, but I actually think that he could do anything that Adam Scott has ever done.
Probably.
Like they're very, very different auras, but I think that the kinds of characters that are written for them are very similar in that there's like a lot more going on underneath the surface than there is in the actual lines. There's a lot of sort of like deadpan stuff.
Yeah.
I think Keanu Reeves could do any of Adam Scott's roles. Not to say that I don't love Adam Scott, because I do. I don't want to take anything away from him because I think he's a very funny actor. But I think you could cast Keanu in any of those.
All right. Ev, you got something? Sounds like you got something.
I kind of want to see him in more like military stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I'm thinking of like, maybe not like a lead role, but something in like Saving Private Ryan or like Platoon or one of those like gritty, classic, great military movies.
Yeah.
Just because I think he has a good presence in that kind of role. I mean, obviously it'd be cool to see him, like any of his combat stuff is great. Like any choreographed fight scenes are great for him, but I also think he's really good at like angry and, like angered emotion and like shouting. And so, I think he'd be cool in one of those classic military movies.
Yeah. I think you think about Platoon, maybe, and Charlie Sheen's role, something like that. Interesting. Yeah.
So that's my thought.
So there we go. So, James, I hope that answered your question. I don't know. Truly any movie, but you added that caveat, so of course.
We're not allowed to say that. So.
So the next one is really cool. This is from Christina at Keanu Wave. She actually also, on our Matrix episode, was one of the audio things that was sent in, and she was delightful. So she asked,
awesome.
He's played Don John, a version of Prince Hal, and Hamlet on stage. Are there any other Shakespeare characters you'd like to see Keanu play? I'm gonna lean hard on the two of you for this because I'm a heathen, as I've established multiple times throughout this podcast.
I mean, I think he could do a good Macbeth.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I think that he could bring the sort of pathos as Macbeth unspools. I think that he could do that. I think that I would be most interested to see him play Puck in A Midsummer's Night Dream.
Okay.
I think that he could, if he brought a sort of, he might be a little too old for it now, but if he brought a sort of Bill and Ted energy to Puck in Midsummer's Night Dream, I think he could pull it off.
I'm thinking more of like a Mercutio.
Ooh, that's a good one. I know that one.
Because
he dies early, though, right? Spoilers.
Well, yeah.
Romeo and Juliet
for Shakespeare. He was kind of that character is kind of like cunning and kind of witty, but I still think it would be a good role for Keanu.
Fun. I'll agree with both of you on that one.
Who was? I can't remember now. Who is Puck in the Midsummer's Night's Dream movie? Was that Stanley Tucci? Was that my boy the Tooch?
Oh, that's worth a Google. Here, I can.
Yes, Stanley Tucci was
Ask
Puck.
the internets. Nice.
That is correct.
And then I'm curious who played Mercutio in the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet. I
forget his name.
Probably
I can see him in my mind.
Probably a well-known actor person.
Yes, pretty well known. Not like, I don't think it's any kind of A-lister here, but asking the internets.
Harold Perrineau.
Excellent.
How's that said?
I don't know.
Harold?
Harold?
Did you say Harold?
Mm-hmm.
Really? That doesn't sound familiar at all.
He was in The Matrix 3.
Oh yeah, it's a very, very French name.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of someone else then. I don't know.
Yeah, what is this guy? What movie did you say he was in?
Matrix 3.
Oh yeah, he was in Matrix 3. So we're gonna see him again.
All right.
I feel like it's Perrineau. Perrineau.
Probably.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
anyway,
French.
Andrew, you're gonna split the difference?
Yeah, I was just, he Hamlet on screen maybe also, right? There you go. I only did the required reading, right? So
Sure,
I never
of course.
went
I didn't do any, so that's fair.
Yeah. And yet you're pulling out obscure Romeo and Juliet. Oh, not necessarily obscure, but second tier
I wouldn't
Romeo
say
and Juliet
obscure.
characters. That's great. There you go, Christina. I hope Whitney and Evan were able to sufficiently answer your question, because I know I was not. So, Miss Darrell, at 5D Chief on Twitter, also from our Matrix episode. I guess spoilers for the Matrix 3, if for some reason you didn't watch it yet, but here it goes. If Trinity could have survived Matrix 3, can your team imagine 3 different endings? And then a follow-up to that. What do you think happened to Neo's body on Barge of the Dead, which I assume is what they lowered him down onto, if that's what that thing's called.
So here's my thing. I live my life like Dory in Finding Nemo. I don't remember the ending to the Matrix 3.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't remember
gonna
anything
need-
about the Matrix 3, to be honest. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm excited to watch the Matrix 3 in order to be able to give you an answer.
Yeah, we're gonna have to revisit this.
I think this question is
Because-
going to have to be answered after the Matrix 3.
All
I
right.
have no earthly idea.
Unless you have an answer, Andrew.
No, I mean, I don't have a good, I'm not trying to improve upon the work of other people, right? If it was like fan fiction or something like that, then okay. She would probably end up being the leader of Zion, I would assume, right?
That's a great call.
And then what happened to Neo's body? I don't know.
She
It all worked out in the end, right? They probably
I mean,
returned him to Zion.
Yeah, it's science fiction. I'm going to say no one's dead.
Oh God, great! Now I can't watch the movie the same way.
They had a copy of both of their consciousnesses
That's what I'm saying.
in the Matrix.
Someone's sitting there recoding them right now.
Right,
And so they can't live in the real world, but they can still do their Matrix stuff.
right. And technically, we have a fourth one coming that is going to tell us the answer to both of these things, in
Yes.
theory, at least. So
Yes.
that's actually pretty cool. So we're essentially guessing what the plot of the Matrix 4,
Essentially,
which is,
yes.
right. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun.
It's just like a bunch of fresh out of college kids just like coding characters into the Matrix, right? That's the Matrix 4.
They have like a
Just-
startup of people
Yeah.
recoding people who have died.
Yeah, it's called Blue Pill or something is the name of the company.
Oh no! I don't like it. I don't want to go see that. All right, Miss Darrell. I hope that was sufficient. We will actually.
Mhm.
I'll bank this question, and
yeah,
then we'll revisit it
answer
after the
it
Matrix
in that
3.
episode.
Yeah, I think that'll be great. We can do that right
Yeah.
up top.
Tune in.
All right, Max at Max _ writes in, not with a question, but just a general comment saying, I'm furious none of you picked Iron Giant as your Desert Island movie from 1999.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So Max might disown me as a friend. I've never seen Iron Giant.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
boy.
Max. I've never seen that movie.
It's
Beep.
it's a good one. It truly
I've heard
is.
it's good.
It truly is a good movie. And it was just up against some true juggernauts, right? And
It
given
really was.
if you have any movie in any year, right? If it's an animated movie, and I'm talking traditional animation or Pixar movie, up against earlier this year, you're like, we have Toy Story 4, which is like a perfect film, right? But
Mhm.
also John Wick 3 came out this year, so it's like, well, it never had a chance, right?
Yeah.
Like it was never going to be my favorite movie this year, just principle, I guess, kind of. So
Yeah, or next year, or like the next 5 years.
Right. I love it. I love animated films, but I think in general my proclivity is towards non-animated films, right?
John
Because-
Wick.
John Wick. That's my proclivity. John Wick films. So,
That's good.
Max, thank you for writing in.
Thanks,
sorry,
Max.
Sorry we disappointed, but he didn't unfollow, and we were just talking yesterday, so
Not
I assume
yet.
everything's fine. It's great. So our good buddy George writes in at Comrade Keanu on Twitter. I love him. He asks, what political leader of the 20th century could Keanu play?
Oh God. Of the 20th century? So
20th century, not the 21st.
last century?
Yeah.
Oh,
this is a great one.
this is tough. I can't see him as a character actor.
My mind immediately went to like for no real reason, but just like a religious leader, like a pope, like John Paul like a young John Paul or something.
I think he could do that much more than I can see him playing. Like, he's not Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, Keanu Reeves is not that he doesn't sink himself into roles, but he sinks himself into roles. He doesn't become other people. And I think that I just can't picture him becoming another person in the way that there's some actors out there that can do that sort of like portraying a political leader stuff.
Yeah. I would agree. I don't know why my mind went to like religious things, but I mean, maybe
I could see that though. I could see that more than anyone that immediately jumped to mind in politics. Also, I can't remember anyone who was in politics in the 20th century other than Bill Clinton. Like, who else was what was happening in the world at the time? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
were there like any
Obviously,
kind
there's
of
a lot.
right?
I'm just looking at the
almost
internet.
it's almost
I'm
like
not
100
saying
years
that
worth of
there exactly. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that there were no political leaders for 100 years. I just maybe like a skinny Churchill.
I'm thinking I'm thinking like
Skinny
a
Churchill.
skinny
That's
Churchill.
the name of the movie also. Just it's like an alternate history thing.
I'm thinking like an astronaut.
That's
Well,
the
that's
thing
not a
that makes it
political
tough.
leader.
Yeah, is because he specified political leader, and I'm like, because like if it was open,
I mean, the space race was huge in politics.
who was the
Yeah, but who was no astronaut was making political calls.
No, but they won the space race, quote unquote, and there's leaders and captains on space shuttles. So
No, I'm vetoing you on this
What
one.
about maybe-
Astronauts are not political leaders.
they're political figures. I'll give you that.
No, they're not political.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I'll give you that.
They're scientists. They're like cowboy scientists.
I was
trying
going
to
to say
think of, like-
Tony Blair, but he can't do accents.
I had that same thought. He can't do accents, so anything that we're putting him in that is not America is going to be.
What about if
Right.
right. Well, what if he was like well, I mean, he's older then, but I'm thinking like, he could be where he's from. So you're just like, what if he was Justin Trudeau or something? It's like, oh, this is great. He's
I
also
actually
Canadian.
I thought about Justin Trudeau because I thought
It's not a bad idea.
that one could be, but I think that I don't know. Justin Trudeau is too schmoozy.
What's the conflict in a Justin Trudeau movie, really? It's all, I think it'd just be a
Blackface?
Right, so I don't want to see Keanu do that, so I take it back. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's too weird.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, this is tough.
This is a tough one. George, you stumped us all, I think.
No, I'm going to say Skinny Winston Churchill. Final
Skinny.
answer.
Skinny Winnie. Done.
Yep.
All right.
Nailed it.
I'll go with
Mhm.
John Paul too. That's who I would, and that's a political, religiously political. He's like,
It's a good move.
Pope is definitely a political leader.
yeah, and he
An
could probably,
astronaut, however.
Yeah,
is
just like
not.
astronauts. Right. Yep.
yeah. All right. He could also do the Dalai Lama, right? He's proven it. It's possible.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He did.
Ben Kingsley did.
That's his
So-
best accent. It's clearly his best accent. So
It is.
I think we can agree on that.
I honestly think that his Indian accent was the best accent. So have him play someone from India.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it. Okay. Thank you,
Somewhere in
George.
Asia.
Yeah. We have Alex. Alex wrote in via email and said, Dreamcasting, if you could swap any MCU actor with Keanu, who would it be? Whitney answered this. She
I
didn't
have
even
already
know.
answered this. Hawkeye.
So Hawkeye,
Oh, so I have to pick. Well, please go, Andrew. You're much better at this.
there would only be two. And it's only because they're not super precious to me personally. But I know some people would like really super disagree with me on this one. I would put him in as Bucky, the Winter
Yep.
Soldier. I'd be like, bye. And not in a bad way. I think Sebastian Stan is fine, but
Yeah.
he's like an incidental character.
I think he could be a good Bucky too.
Yeah, he's got that because he's basically he's John Wick at some point, and I'm like, great, that's what he's really good at. He doesn't talk a lot. It's a lot of action, a lot of opportunity to do stunts, and the dude rides a motorcycle. I don't know what else you need. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
He's the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm. I think if you have to, like, gun to your head, if you have to replace a major character that people do have love for, I think Robert Downey Jr. I think swap him out for Robert Downey Jr. and he would do the best there.
No.
No,
I can't. Because there's so much comedic relief needed in that role, and I don't see Keanu doing it.
I think, like, after what I was saying about him and Always Be My Maybe, I think that sort of smug antagonistic thing he could do in a very different way than Robert Downey Jr. did it. But, like, I think he could do that more than anything else.
How about as like a Loki? Something like that.
That's what I was going to say.
I don't think he could do a Loki. I don't think he has...
You two are always on the other side of the bed.
Wait, but there's
I
others.
don't think he has the twinkle. Maybe he could be Doctor Strange. I don't love Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I don't hate him as Doctor Strange either.
Right. He exists.
But I don't. He exists. That's exactly how I feel about Doctor Strange.
Right.
In the
Doctor
MCU.
Strange is indeed a character.
What about Coulson, the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh, that would be kind of neat.
Or Red Skull villain.
That would be pretty cool. As the adversary, Whitney. There you go. As the force against. I think it would probably make a really good villain now that you mentioned
I think
that.
so.
Like, I definitely don't want to take Robert Downey Jr. out. But if the question was specifically like lose one of your babies kind of a thing,
Kill your
that's where I
darling.
would put him.
Yeah. All
I
right.
see what you're saying.
Yeah. I would
It's
much
fun to
rather
think
have
about.
him in a role of someone like a Jeremy Renner that I don't give a shit about.
Right. That makes sense.
But-
Total sense. There are some people, there are some where I would never replace, right? Like, I don't think there's a better Ant-Man than Paul Rudd. I don't think anybody would do that better, which is, it says a lot.
I think Paul Rudd is a perfect Ant-Man. And finally they got Spider-Man after years and years and years of fucking up.
And almost
But
I
also feel like Star-Lord is like spot on too.
Yeah. He's got
Star-Lord is what's his name? Chris.
One of the other Chris's.
What? Oh my God!
Chris.
What is his name?
Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Chris
Thank
Pratt.
you.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
That was like Parks and Rec.
Head hurts.
He's there. Pratt. There we go. Perfect.
Pratt.
Andy
Pratt.
Dwyer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a follow-up to this question here, and it is: would you rather see Keanu in a new MCU film or in a new DC film?
I don't watch DC films, so
I don't either.
Oh no! But would you if Keanu was in one? So
Literally,
there.
from the second X-Men movie until Wonder Woman, I have not seen any of those DC films.
Oof. That's
The second X-Men to Wonder Woman is the gap.
You definitely saw the Nolan Batmans, but let's not say that that's part of this because they kind of stand on their own.
How many Batmans did Nolan do?
He did 3.
Two?
He did the trilogy.
I only saw 2.
Okay, the first 2, I assume,
Mhm.
probably. Okay, yeah.
The only reason I saw the second one was because of Cillian Murphy. Or was that the first one?
He was in both. He was
Scarecrow
a
was
little
in
bit
both.
in the Scarecrow. He was the main villain in the first one,
Okay.
and then he had like a cameo kind of thing going on in the second one.
Okay.
So it was cool.
Yeah, I don't like the way that DC makes movies. I did, however, like Wonder Woman so much that I cried. So,
Right.
it's possible. I'm not gonna say never. I think they could make a DC movie that I would go see again. I didn't go see Aquaman. I didn't see.
It sounds like you might not like the way that Zack Snyder makes movies.
No, I hate Zack Snyder.
Okay, because he's been the majority of DC movies up until now.
Yeah, I hate him as a person and as a director.
Oh, all right, fair.
Mm-hmm.
Can't win them all.
Mm-hmm.
Ev, any thoughts here? No, you don't even watch DC movies, so yeah.
Yeah, it's a clear answer.
Yeah, so we're all in favor of the MCU. We'd rather see him in that. As long as it doesn't interfere with John Wick, I think is our caveat there. As long as the nonstop stream of Wick films continues, then
I mean,
Sure.
honestly, I'd rather see him not in any extended universe for comics. I'd rather see him keep being his own thing, because I think that he just does it so well. I think that he's better alone than in an ensemble. I think that he can like drive a movie, with just himself in the forefront. And I think those are all of his best movies are basically just him, or maybe him and one person at the forefront.
Yeah, I'm thinking through that. Let's keep him out. I think we have to do the reverse petition to get him out of any consideration.
Let's
Feige,
keep him out of Marvel and
get your
DC.
name out his mouth. That's that's basically it. All right, let's blow through these last couple here. These are all pretty straightforward. The one was, do any of you ride motorcycles?
I
No.
did.
You did?
Yeah, I rode all through college.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
You
I
have an
have-
affinity.
I have been on motorcycles.
Okay.
count
I
it.
have not driven a motorcycle, but I have been a passenger on a motorcycle.
All right.
My motorcycle is in a barn somewhere in northeastern PA.
Nice.
Should
Is
go
it
get
still registered to you?
it. Sure.
My grandpa used to be a bike cop in LA, and
Whoa, cool.
We would play on his bike.
That's awesome.
But I didn't like drive it. I was, very young.
I've realized that this podcast gives the listening audience an opportunity to learn little facts about your family over time, so that probably by the end, we'll have a complete family portrait of you. It'll be awesome. I think it'll be awesome.
Well, I just keep slipping them in there. It's
Right. It's great.
It's like what are they called? Alternate reality game.
Yeah, there you go. We're trying to figure out all of these clues.
Piece
She's
the clues
giving us
together.
clues.
There's a mystery in all of this.
All right.
If you put all the clues together, you'll find out who shot JFK.
It's so weird that she chose to do it through podcasts, but
Mhm.
if you follow her on all of them,
Listen
it's
to
all there.
all my podcasts, and you'll figure it out.
The final answer is on the Fast and Furious podcast, which I don't.
Still hasn't been released.
I mean, maybe. So we may never know.
It will be one day.
Fair. We have this anonymous question. No, sorry. This is Jennifer. What's your favorite stunt that Keanu has done? This is tough.
Oh,
There's so many good ones.
There's a lot. There
It was
are
the-
a lot.
it was the bridge one. The drawbridge.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
That was
really?
recent.
Chain
Chain
reaction?
reaction.
Yeah. That
Neat.
was just that felt like the most realistic for me.
I liked the bike fighting in John Wick 3 because you could tell how excited he was to be doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
He was like stoked to mix the two things that he's really into, fighting and being on a motorcycle. And it just came across the like excitement that he had
Yeah.
for doing it.
He's like, I'm doing it finally.
Exactly.
I might just go with the basic bitch answer here and say like the wire fu from the Matrix, specifically the dojo scene. If you had to pin me down, like the
That
like
dojo scene was
the running up the wall, flipping backwards.
very good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just think some of that stuff because it's fresh in my mind, but also, God, it was so good.
It was so good.
So there you go, Jennifer. Then we got two real life questions from people who asked me, "What's the better Keanu trilogy, The Matrix or John Wick?" However,
no contest.
wait a minute, hold on, wait a second,
Uh-huh,
because I gotta throw another one in here.
Mhm.
Soon, we're gonna have a Bill and Ted trilogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind. So maybe we rank
Mhm.
them, although we don't have all the
but
information yet.
Bogus Journey was garbage.
Right. But was it more or
Hmm.
less garbage than the second two Matrix films?
Yeah, John Wick is a clear winner here.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. You could add 15 movies onto Bill and Ted and The Matrix, and they're still not going to be as cool as the 3 John Wicks.
Right. John Wick from the get,
That's
is
the thing. Every
perfect.
single one of them has been a banger.
Yeah.
Every single John Wick slaps. None of the Matrix Bill and Ted movies are like up there with every single one being good.
It's true.
Yeah.
They're all polarizing at best.
I can't think of another trilogy at all where all 3 of them are
Right.
good.
Yeah. It would be a challenge for sure. You have you have your classic trilogies, but usually they fall off at 3. You're like Godfather. You're like 1, perfect. 2, somehow perfecter. 3, what was happening in this movie?
Perfecter.
Alien, great movie. Aliens, in my opinion, a better movie. Alien 3, what is going on?
Wow, we're really putting it out there.
I don't know.
We're all feeling spicy tonight. You got the hot takes coming at you.
Oh man, just wait till we get to the movie.
Our last question before we get to that. Let's rock this out. What upcoming Keanu project are you most looking forward to? And for reference, I put a couple of these in here of things that are not out yet, that are confirmed, that are in the works here. So we have Bill and Ted 3. We now have The Matrix 4. We have Rally Car, John Wick 4, obviously. Rain, which I believe is a miniseries. I think it's a miniseries. Past Midnight movie. And then Cyberpunk 2077, in which it's a game in which he plays a massive role. So either one of you can start. Yeah.
John Wick.
We need more John.
I don't know. I will always be, as long as they keep being so good, I will always be hyped for more John Wick. I'm I'm most looking forward to The Matrix 4 because I think that there's potential for them to take a really incredible seed of an idea and with the time that's elapsed between the trilogy and now, really advance it to fit even more of the like political climate and change sort of, I don't know. I think they could go really hard on Matrix 4, and I don't know if they will or not, but I think that it could be a very, very, very impactful movie if they do it right and they take in some of the criticisms of 2 and 3. I think The Matrix 4 could kind of be its own like rebooting of the franchise of the world. Also Cyberpunk 2077.
All right, where he is basically
I mean, he's like, it looks to be, from what we've seen so far, it looks to be like basically your sidekick, who is the person you talk to the most in the game, is Keanu Reeves. So he's just your friend helping you like shoot people in a video game, and that's gonna be good.
right. He's just like an angel or devil on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's very exciting.
Be better.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually, I agree with both of you. We know John Wick 4, it's going to be fine, right? It's going to be better than fine, but you don't have to, nothing's worrying me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that they're going to be able to keep spinning gold the way that they have, but it will
Right.
be a good movie.
Yeah, if they are able to show me one thing that I've never seen before in every subsequent John Wick film, it is a success as far as I'm concerned. That's all I need. I'm a very simple creature. John Wick 4 is going to be fine. I think The Matrix 4 has a ton of potential. I am nervous, but in like a butterflies kind of way about Bill and Ted 3. Like, I want that movie to be so good. Please nail it. You did great on 1. 2 for me was a flop. I think for all of us it was a flop. But they just take the best parts of 1 and modernize it, and I'm like, I'm in. That's what I'm really excited for.
I mean, that's the thing, is I like the idea of if they really go with what, and I don't know that they're going to understand what made 1 great, which for me was just a untoxic male relationship that you don't ever see portrayed in media. Like, you don't see best friends like that. You don't see people that close who are male. And I think if you have that as they've both aged and become fathers and whatever jobs they have now and all of that kind of stuff, but then they also have daughters who are just as close. I think if relationships is what they focus on more so than like the timeline stuff and the hijinks, I think they'll nail it. Because I think that ages as people age, that friendship stuff, if they focus on that, you can keep telling that story indefinitely.
That is my hope. You summed it up very well. That is my hope. So for me, it's going to be Bill and Ted. Whitney, you got The Matrix. Evan's got John Wick. There is no wrong answer. There is no wrong answer.
There is no wrong answer.
Which is the greatest part.
All of these are good answers.
Yeah. So that's it. Those are the questions that we got, which I think were awesome. Really.
Yeah, that was fun.
Good questions.
It was a great thought exercise. It'll help loosen us up for what comes next. So we're gonna call it quits here. There's no jumping off point for this. I don't know how to gracefully land this one. So there's your aviation. I don't know how to bring it in for a landing, as it were.
Oh, cool. Great. Touch and go, maybe. Like on an aircraft carrier.